Okay, thanks for being part of. I think this is attempt number 6 of making a movie. Hopefully, we got Cam Studio working right. This is my website. I hosted it via a local host. Unfortunately, I had some deployment issues with DreamHost and their shared hosting capabilities, and I had some challenges with the Unix shell and Linux account. So we're still working vigorously on hoping to get that resolved. But that aside, I wanted to go ahead and showcase some of the things that we've accomplished here. The first thing you do when you come to my site is you see this big long thing, just like Craigslist. And so the operation is somewhat familiar. The first thing that we can do is we can sign up. So we're going to go ahead and enter an email. Here we have my CAPTCHA, keeping bad robots at bay, and at least slowing down humans that want to do malicious intent to my website. So we're going to go ahead and sign up. We also have a forget your password option once we sign up. Oh, it didn't like me. That's no good. Well, that's what captchas are for. Hey, there we go. Alright, so now look at that. Yay, we're signed in. We're going to go down to the one city that I developed. And I chose to only develop one city because I didn't want to have to go back and change code for a few thousand cities. So we stuck with Spokane. So here we have what is this website. And I left my notes about what I wanted to add for content. Let me go back to Spokane. We have our post my terms feature. It lists our posts. We have our user Bob here. Says he doesn't like his credit card. I mean, who does? And he left some comments. He says, hey, I'm paying 18%. I want a better rate and 0% interest on the balance transfer when I get my better rate. Left his email, a date, and again, he goes over the rate and the amount to be financed. So we can go ahead and gather the details of that. Now let's say I'm a big bank, I can go ahead and I can add a response. But let's say I slipped. Oh, yep, error checking. Nice. And so now we can, already added some responses. Oops, we got into the editing. Let's try that again. So I'm going to be Bill the banker. And let's say I work at Washington Mutual. Just because that's funny to me. We're going to go ahead and have a response of willing to offer 12% and 12 months interest 0%. Again, we'll go ahead and recap the offer. And we're going to go ahead and finance the full amount for Bob here. We'll create our response. There we are. Get back. Hey, looks like Bob's got quite a few responses here. He's got different rates. Looks like they're all, oh, man, here's one's offering more. Bob, because that's how banks make their money. Anyways, we're going to go back to the listings. One of the other things I went ahead and added was the pagination. Pagination is the ability to go ahead and pause for a moment. Alright, sorry about that. Anyways, pagination is the ability to only display so many records per page, and I thought that would be appropriate for dealing with so many posts. So we're going to go ahead and jump back up to our second level page here. And we've also added the news. And the news allows me to post a title, the name of my author, what the news is, and a date. Again, we can show, edit, or destroy. We can add new news, or we can go back to our city page. I left the account link, the search feature, and the fraud and scam, as well as the help and the FAQ, undeveloped at this time, but as placeholders and reminders that I need to develop those, especially with the account as I drive everything towards being towards one whole profile for one user. we did we did add an about us and a contact us page, just a reminder for a phone number and you know who we are and why we're developing this application. So again, I left my notes, contact us, and then finally I left a development in here so that anybody that I run into along the way helping me or doing some coding for this application can add to the development log or make a suggestion or address issues that come up along the way. It just I figured it'd be a nice feature to have the log go with the actual application. That way, there's less files that are transferred back and forth or being lost. Again, we can add to the development post. So we're back to our page, and then finally, this is where I'm going to host. Not host. What's the word I'm looking for? This is where we're going to place this movie. Is in the tour link. Just kind of showcase what we've got accomplished so far. Alright, other things on the page. I broke everything up into a table that I'm not happy with. But that's styling for you. No one's ever really happy with their styling. We incorporated Google AdSense into each one, and you can see that since I've listed Spokane, that it's gone through and found relevant Spokane ads that somebody may enjoy as they're looking to solve their financial issues or possibly better than their mortgage or credit card rate. Anyways, thanks for touring with me. I did want to go ahead and show off one other part of the Google AdSense here. We did develop two other cities just so I could test out the Google AdSense. So they were Washington D.C. Apparently not. Alright, well, nothing like proving yourself wrong on a camera. Anyways, I just want to say thanks to Tom, Dave, and Lynn for giving me a great education. I sure appreciate it. And Tom, just for the purposes of grading, I've included kind of a record I kept of all the hours I spent on doing things. Uh, it didn't look like much, but as soon as you dive right into the log here, and as Dave can attest to, open source sometimes isn't nice about keeping the environment uh, stable like Microsoft, unfortunately. And I am also trying to include the files that I scrapped in about 4 weeks just because I didn't like the look and feel and the zip file.